Greetings, my students and scientists, and today we are reviewing Transformers War for Cybertron Netflix Sparkless Seeker and Transformers Voyager Class War for Cybertron Siege Starscream. First of all, we're going to start with the Micro Masters that each figure come with. We're going to start with keeping the two big figures in the background. So this is Caliber in his robot mode, or in his vehicle mode, gun mode. So for those of you who do not know, the Micromasters were introduced in after G1, and they were essentially, depending on which version you were, came from either the planet Nebulon or Planet Master. Master was Japanese dub, Nebulon was the US dub, and as you can see, Caliber here is a very I do apologize if I yawn. Very lovely gun. Loving the molded detail, and I'm loving that. To transform him out of gun mode, you untap his hands, or what will become his arms. Fold down his legs, as they are on this hinge. His pelvis is on this hinge here. Fold that all up, and bring his gun down. And here you've got Caliber in his robot mode. He's a pretty good robot. I definitely have to say, Siege was really awesome bringing back the Micromasters, as I do quite like them. Articulation-wise, he can't move, but his arms are on ball joints. I can do a full 360, in and out, and his legs are on ball joints. So, not much to write home about. Sparkless Seeker comes with two. I've got to remove from the hands now. Which of course includes a Sparkless Caliber, who is in this very lovely dull cream and grey, and of course transformation is still the same. And there you go. And he does come with this other one, which I can't remember his name, but he is staying in his gun mode, because unfortunately this back bit here doesn't like to stay in, because I think, as you can see, the plastic is a bit warped, so I'm going to have to put it into a cup of warm water to fix it, but yeah, comes with two. So that's enough about the Micromasters. And yes, Caliber, from what I understand, is what Starscream got. Is what he got in Micromasters. So let us head on over to Starscream. So Wolf Cybertron gave us, obviously, our first look at a brand new Starscream, but in a way we'd never experienced. This is Cybertronian Tetrajet Starscream without any of the upgrade kits. And as you can see, he is a gorgeous figure. That head sculpt, and yes, he does have a light piping. As you can see, he's a very gorgeous red, light grey and blue. But I do agree with a lot of people. This unfortunately, the robot mode is what sells it here. Because unfortunately, this is just bat kibble. Articulation-wise, his head is on a ball joint, so he can look. Do a full 360. You can look up. Oh, not that far. You can look down that far. But Metra doesn't believe me. I will replace him. His arms can do a full 360 if you angle the wings back. They can go out and in. They can swivel up at the bicep. Double jointed elbow for just over 90 degrees. And, of course, a little bit of wrist action. His wings are on a hinge joint here, and on another joint here, so you can actually angle them. Oh yes, you can bring the arms out, like make them go forwards. He gets a bit of a waist joint. Move the arm out of the way, the legs go forward this far, and back, not too terribly far. Unfortunately, due to the backpack, they can go out. He has a beautiful bend at the knee, and thanks to a little bit of ingenuity, on all of the Siege Seekers at least, this panel here, I don't know what my camera is trying to focus on, I do apologise. I think it may be just too much clutter for it to try to focus on one thing. And his feet can get a little bit of tiltage, and they can go forwards and back. And of course, Siege, this is just the same, but it's a repaint, so I'll cover him in a little bit of detail. Now, transformation-wise, my voice cracked. For transformation-wise, it's actually rather, well, interesting. So first of all, you take and fold out the wrists on a joint. You can try to find which joint it is, because you're going to fold them out and fold in the wrists. Once you've done that, collapse the arm in on itself on that double jointed elbow. So now he can go, "You want to hear a punchline, Megatron? Starscream is going to be leader," and the second verse is much like the first. And of course, this character did appear in the Netflix show. With the head, you want to bring it down, bring it back up. There is you want to untap the two shoulder spires here, bring them out of the way. But there is a panel in the back of Starscream's head here. This panel here, you want to bring it forward, and you want to tab it into the back of Starscream's head. This is going to keep his head secure. You're going to bring this down, and what this is going to do is pop up his chest. Remove the chest plate. It is just a flobby mess. Rotate the... Bring this up. You know, rotate the waist around, and then bring the legs in. You're going to collapse the legs in on each other. And bring them up. Fold down the feet and the heel spur. And then these slots here are going to fit on this tab. What the tab falls into. Like so. Bring that up. Make sure the arms are pointing downwards. Bring the arms down, because the arms, these two slots here are going to tab into fit on the leg spurs here, and that's going to keep his arms secured. Second verse is much like the first. Then you're going to come up to the front and bring the shoulder spines forward. Bring it up, and you're going to tab it into place, like so. Bring down the wings, because they're going to tab in, and then you bring that part down, fold down on the double hinge, and collapse it onto the Tetrajet mode. What I like doing is folding that down, because you take the chest plate, it has two slots there that are going to fit on these two posts here. And as you're doing it, you're going to actually move this up so it can connect. And you're just going to tab it all onto the top mode, onto the thing. And here you've got Starscream and Sparkler Seeker here in the Tetrajet mode. And it's a bit of a letdown, unfortunately. But don't get me wrong, it is a fantastic looking Tetrajet, and the first official Tetrajet we're getting. But I think Few covers it quite well. It's literally just draped over the robot mode, because there it is, and a lot of the weapon ports are covered up, so you can't take, for example, your Micromasters here, and you can only tab them really into whatever holes available. And even then, it's not secure enough. But it is good for what it is. Could have been better though. Mainly this back end here, because here's his chest, could have folded into this a bit more. But yeah, so it's Starscream, and then they did a whole bunch of recolors like Red Wing, Nova, the Storm Trio, Sparkler Seeker, Thundercracker, Skywarp, Hotline. You get the picture. So coming over to Sparkler Seeker here, it released in the Netflix pack. What's so special about him? He's just a recolor of Starscream. Well, he is, but he's also meant to be the undead Seeker that we see in episode 8 of the Netflix show, which him and a whole bunch of Prowls reanimate and start attacking Optimus Prime and the group, killing Moonracer. Spoilers, by the way. But as you can see here, he's a green, brown, and black recolor of the Seeker mold. And getting here close on the head sculpt, he, like Thundercracker, has that Starscream smoke. I'm actually probably going to remove this head and put it on Starscream, or I'm probably going to find a Thundercracker and do that. But transformation's much likely the same, articulation's still most likely the same. So, yeah. So that has been Cybertron, War for Cybertron, Siege, Starscream, well, Seekers. But Starscream and Sparkler Seeker here. But to further along, these two characters will be coming up in, announcement video coming for that in a moment. This is Dr. Super, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!